Hello, Jacob Kozlowski, the Cause Effect, talking about golfer's elbow and tennis elbow. I'm going to show you how I use Voodoo Floss to treat this. Voodoo Floss is simply a piece of rubber. If you want to be cheap, you can take an old bike tire and cut it up and do that. This stuff's, I don't know, $7 to $10 on Amazon. And there are various stretchiness levels of this. This is like the medium one. So what I do is a lot easier if you have a friend to help you, but you want to pin this maybe about a third of the way down your forearm, and the key to this is that you want this sucker really tight. So you get it pinned, and we're going for about 50% stretch as you pull this. So pull it an additional 50% and wrap. And you can use this table to kind of help hold it down. And we're going about an overlap of half of the band each turn. It's going to start to feel really tight, and that's what we're going for. So just work your way up the arm. It's kind of tricky when you get to your elbow. Okay, that's about where you want to end up. And then at the end, you got to figure out a way to tuck this thing in so it stays. That can be kind of a challenge one-handed, but with a little practice you can do it. So get that baby tucked. And now what we want to do is we want to put this elbow through its full range of motion. And this works for tennis elbow or golfer's elbow. It's compressing the same tissue. We're going to completely flex as much as possible and then extend and rotate the wrist down and back, and that is our full range of motion. So sometimes I use the table to help me get a full extension and a full flexion, but we want to leave this on for about 2 minutes, working this range of motion. And you'll know when it's time to be done. You'll start to get kind of a claustrophobic feeling, like, get this thing the hell off me. But it's important to wait long enough to experience that, because that really provides the full effect for this. This is one of those magical treatments. If you go to my website, you can see some information about it, some links to some PubMed studies that talk about the evidence for why this works, some theories anyway. But in conjunction with a few other exercises, I find this is really effective. I've battled both tennis elbow and golfer's elbow for months at a time, and I have now found a protocol that works for myself to keep it at bay. So now when this is done, we may not be at 2 minutes, but I'm just going to demonstrate anyway. You should have had this thing tight enough that you've got some pretty serious discoloration and lines in your skin. We're going for maximum compression here. So do this 2 to 3 times a day, every day if you're having symptoms. And next we're going to talk about the flex bar and some eccentric training to improve golfer's elbow and tennis elbow.